So I saw the moon last night. It was calling to me, so I felt pulled to do pull some cards. So I'll throw some cards or let some cards fall. I believe it's a full moon in Capricorn. My moon is in Cancer, which is the complementary opposite of Capricorn, which is my zodiac sign, my sun sign. Sagittarius ascendant, so I'm Capricorn with Sag rising, Cancer moon. Also Sag, a lot of Sag. Venus, Neptune. So, yeah, let's throw some cards and see what we get. I might do a separate oracle reading too. We'll see how I feel about that, but so I'm liking this deck lately. It's pretty magical, so we're gonna use it again. That's The Wild Unknown by Kim Kranz. So I haven't shuffled or anything yet. So let's see what we get. What's in store for us, for the collective, for Mother Earth, for Gaia. Any animal medicine that wants to come through in this reading and share a message with us. Any and all animal medicine is always welcome at any time. Even if it's a shadow totem. Bring it, please. We love our animal medicine. That's our favorite way to get the messages from our team. Three of Cups keeps showing up on the bottom. That's team. Teamwork, really feeling it. That's like teamwork with people you really love and care about. So, this full moon, I'm feeling, well, this, very much Four Swords, rested mind. Very, very rejuvenated. Simplifying your life by just, well, a lot of things. Tangibly, but emotionally, simplifying your thoughts. Four of Pentacles, I just got manage from that. Yeah, it's not about being withholding, it's about managing your energies, your time, your space. So putting an end to an old way of thinking so you can feel rejuvenated. The Son of Cups, the Knight of Cups, Ten of Swords popped up there. Yeah, Five of Swords, so being grateful for what you have right now. And I'm just enjoying the simplicity of my life and how we have so much control over a lot that we do. How much money we spend, what food and drink we put in our body, substances, and how much, you know, we have so much control over so much. We don't even realize. how much power we have. Be right here, right now, enjoying this simple, beautiful truth. Oh, they don't want to. Alright, so Ace of Swords. Yeah, this very clear, concise, precise slice into an incision into you. So exploring, examining the self, using light, love, clarity of vision, clarity of thought from a balanced mind. And that comes from putting old ways of thinking to rest. One of the simplest states of mind, simplest thoughts you can have is just to be grateful for whatever you have right in front of you. You don't have to think past what you can see right in front of you. The sky, a tree, you know, crystals, beautiful candles. Free spirit. Well, it costs $1 at the Dollar Tree, but there's a golden heart. Okay? Free spirit. Look at those colors. Purple, fuchsia, very high vibrating seafoam green. Upper chakras. So High Priestess at the top, Ace of Swords at the bottom. So very clear also with the intuition. That's what gives us such clear thought, vision, because that's the feminine side. Okay, the High Priestess, and then the Ace of Swords is like the masculine, the logic, the, you know, the rational mind. So put those two together and you can really start to master being in the now. And when you're in the now, it's a lot easier to be grateful because you see what's right in front of you. So it takes both the masculine and the feminine, the left and the right. So the left side of the brain controls the right side of the body, and the right side of the brain controls the left side of the body. The right side is the feminine mind, the left side masculine. So we're just doing the whole process. Y'all seen it all. So as we shuffle, so those are the cards that were sticking out, and kind of some messages that were coming through, but also how I have been feeling. So here's the Five of Wands. We stopped at the Five of Wands. Oh, and the Seven of Pentacles. So, you know, using struggle to help grow you and be more mature. That Five of Wands struggle is there to help you blossom and grow and mature into something of high virtue, which is the Empress. There's that Ace of Swords again right there, right after that one. Yeah. There's that Four of Pentacles after the Seven of Pentacles right there. So there, that showed up again. And the Father of Swords. So again, so the Father of Swords and Ace of Swords and the Empress, High Priestess. So again, very feminine, very masculine. Okay. Okay, this is what I'm saying. Jeez. Because we have the Mother of Swords. Okay, so the Mother, but it's of the rational. Okay, the swords, the air. Okay, that's the masculine. And then we have the Father, which is the masculine, but of Cups, which is feminine. So again, all right, so those flipped out. So this is what I'm saying, balancing, you know, people who are too feminine, they need a little sprinkling of more masculine to balance out. The queens need that sword energy, okay? And then the kings need, you know, those masculines, male or female, they need more of that feminine water, okay? So that's what's going to help get us through these struggles. Okay, because the Five of Wands, Father of Swords, I feel like relying on the masculine to get, you know, like how you get through war and whatever, you know, like that masculine, you know, drives you through the snow so you can get to camp where you can like get warm and get food and but then once you have that base root chakra, you can move up, you can be the more higher elements of yourself, blossoming and growing more into your feminine. Okay, the Empress, that Seven of Pentacles. So it's about managing your masculine and feminine, balancing it. But I'm getting like balanced already, you know, we're like, I feel really balanced in both, so my masculine and feminine. But this is the process. We get there and we get balance in those energies, and then we manage them, right? We know when to rely on our masculine energy when we need to, but how to, when we come out of whatever, we need to use that, you know, we're applying the masculine to, you know, get through a certain struggle, whatever. Then we know how to bring in that feminine to balance that out once we get through that, okay? Sometimes we need to rely more on our feminine to get through a certain thing, okay? And then once we get through that, pull in that masculine again, and then, okay, so we can maintain that balance. But sometimes, depending on the situation, it might require more logic, or it might require more emotion and tapping into feelings. So it depends. But, you know, so sometimes we have to come out of balance a little bit in order to tap into certain things, and then, but that's to get you through that Five of Wands. It's just to get through something like some, you know, like some waves, you know, it's kind of rocky. Ooh, we got through, okay, without getting seasick or whatever. then we go even keel again. Okay, but you know, this is why people can get like PTSD and stuff, because they come out of a situation where they really had to be feminine, or now they have to do something really masculine. So it's hard to, so this is really being in tune with yourself and your energies and how to apply them and when and for how long and how to balance out. Like, say you have a job that's really masculine, so you need to, you know, like soldiers who come home from war, you know, they have PTSD because they had to do so much of this masculine survival stuff, and to balance out that, you know, it's hard to pull in that feminine because they're so locked in the masculine mind for so long, right? In order to get through all that horrendous stuff and survive it. But we're warriors out here. We are survivors. We're here. We got through it so far. So I opened right back up to the Ace of Swords again. So yeah. The part of logic that we're tapping into is like the logical part of the feminine, and the part of the masculine that we're tapping into is like the more emotional, watery, feminine aspect of the masculine. So it's kind of beautiful how I'm seeing a lot, just confirmation of that really balanced. Because if you think, you know, it's like Capricorn, very much, okay, Saturn, very much masculine, okay, that's what I am too. And then my moon sign is Cancer, which is very like emotional, very feminine, very, so, you know, I think this full moon is gonna really bring out, you know, if you've been too feminine, it's going to pull in some masculine for you and really balance you out. Okay, so these energies are available to everyone. So if you've been a little bit too masculine, you know, vice versa. So I think it's going to be very balancing for a lot of people. And through balance, we feel healed, rejuvenated, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, you know, like when you get a really good night's sleep and a good, healthy breakfast, and you just feel like, yeah, I could go on a 3-hour hike or whatever. You know, let's go jump in the lake. Let's, you know, yeah, the lake, the river, water, sunshine, it's summertime in the northern hemisphere where I'm at. So it's kind of like where we're, you know, we just had the solstice. So that's very very high masculine energy, but then it's in the time during, well, yeah, Cancer. So it's during Cancer, which is very feminine. So, you know, it can kind of feel like a second blossoming, which is very interesting because there's a few at the top of these locust trees. They're like a fuchsia. Okay, there's the Ten of Wands, the Tower. Yeah, something zap out. The Fool. The Hermit. Yeah, it's like we're coming out of the Hermit stage, putting that Ten of Wands to bed. That Tower that came in and blasted that shit out. Good. Now it's safe to come out and shine in our authenticity. There's the frickin' Four of Pentacles again. Okay, what else fell out? So what was I saying? So yeah, whatever, like if you were too masculine, now you're tapping into the feminine and pulling that, and vice versa, to balance out, because Capricorn, full moon in Capricorn is kind of like the solstice in the way that it's the longest day of the year, so the most amount of light, which is, okay, that's the masculine, but it's during Cancer season, okay, Cancerians, and so that's very much watery, feminine. So I'm kind of feeling like it's a mini solstice, kind of, if you will. So let's see what fell out. Okay, just opened up to the world. Yeah, opened up to the world. Yeah, some people might have to open up to the world. So let's look at these cards and then we'll shuffle some more. Oh, so Four of Wands, or sorry, Four of Pentacles. So that came out again. That kept wanting to come out. That's very, okay, managing your energies. That's what I kept getting. So this is what I'm talking about with, this is the message that's coming through. I shouldn't say this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's the message that I'm getting. What I feel from the cards and what kept wanting to show itself. So here's the Seven of Swords, and I believe, was it the Five of Swords? But that Four of Swords showed itself. Okay, so it's like, it's a very balanced, rested, well-managed, rejuvenating kind of, yeah, so it's like igniting. This is the Seven of Wands, which is like you standing in your truth. Okay, the Fool card was that next top. Was that the top card? Yeah. So Ten of Wands was at the bottom. The Fool. I opened up to the world. So this is you being authentic, shining your light bright, standing in your truth. Seven of Swords, Seven of Wands. So getting over that troubled mind and putting things to rest so that you can feel balanced and feel like you have some control over managing yourself, your emotions, your thoughts, your life. Really, you kind of had to like stand up for yourself against some sly, crafty little foxes. But this is your thoughts, so it's, you know, it's not currently happening. So this is kind of, the Seven of Wands is kind of like you speak your truth and you move on. What are you going to do? Stand, like, even people who like do professional fighting or whatever, I mean, eventually the match is over, right? So this is moving on so you can let something beautiful ignite this passion, not you defending yourself, having to stand in your truth and authenticity. And okay, now we use that passion to keep moving up the chakras. So, you know, we burn up that sacral, those colors of that flame. Burn up that sacral flame. Okay, the sacral flame. We have to, you know, because since it's swords, we're just thinking this stuff. It's not, like I said, it's not currently happening now. And it came into our life, into our lives, that struggle, that Five of Wands, so that we could learn how to do this. Stand in our power, in our truth, share our opinion. We have a voice in this world. So the thing that is blocking us is, you know, what we have to take a look at is, why do we keep pulling in people that help facilitate this kind of process where our energies and thoughts and emotions are all intermingled and intertwined and all knotted up with the energies, thoughts, emotions of others. Okay. So that Hermit card and that Fool card, we have to get back to our true, authentic, organic, uninterrupted, uninfluenced energies. Like, that's why it's so good to get out in nature, just, walk by yourself, not have your kids or anything with you, just you by yourself, nature, the birds, the trees. So your thoughts are your own, your energies, nothing's being influenced by anything that's not natural and organic. Being in a car, anything electrical, it's like your computer, your phone, you're taking with you on a hike, but so you're being interfered with, okay? I have to take my phone with me because if my son's out of school now, but I have to have my phone with me and turned on just in case the school calls. So, but when I have him with me, I leave my phone at home because I don't want any electrical device interfering with my energies, my thoughts, anything. But we're so addicted to that kind of stuff, right? Our phone, our tablets, iPad, iPod, all this stuff, whatever. Social media. Okay, so here. Oops. Temperance. This is all we're looking forward to and wishing for, hoping, praying for. Okay, here's 9 of Cups. Wishing, hoping, praying. Setting intention. Having those conversations with God, waiting on God, always looking forward to God, talking with God. So when you wish, hope, pray, have your conversations with God, that 9 of Cups, you can guarantee your prayers will be answered. This 3 of Wands, you can count on it, you can look forward to it. But only when they're coming from a place of, a sound mind are you going to be actually having conversations with God and not your ego and other people's energies and thoughts, emotions influencing you, because just, your living situation, your job, whatever, you have to constantly intermingle with, you have to commute, and so you're dealing with traffic every day, whatever it is. So, wow, we're really wanting this balance. We're looking forward to really just feeling balanced, feeling the peace that comes with that. There's a peace of mind. Okay, so peace of mind, 9 of Cups, I'm getting that. Just feeling good. This is the feeling good card, 9 of Cups. Your wish is granted. You win a prize. You won you're the lucky caller. You're the, whatever. It's just that feeling that washes over you when you're just like, wow, really in the moment and appreciating your life, and you feel good in your body, and you're looking forward to the next day, getting up, and just the simple things, having your cup of coffee with the sunrise. I love that. I look forward to that every day. It's one of my most favorite parts of the day. It's just like right before my son gets up, I have just enough time to have time to myself, a nice cup of coffee and peace, silence. There's no traffic yet, and everything's quiet. Ah, the birds chirping really is all you hear. The fridge running, maybe. So, okay, so that's 7 of Swords and 7 of Wands. Kind of seeing like this is how people are seeing you, seeing us, seeing me, seeing you. So the 7 of Wands is like when you speak, when you shine, when you share. If you want it to be received, you have to make sure that it's not coming from a place of deception. If you want to be received, don't be deceived. Don't be deceived by your thoughts of what's really happening right here, right now, which is an opportunity for you to share your light. But if you're coming from a place of, self-deception, then, because whether you want to blame someone else for them deceiving you, you were deceiving yourself with what kind of person they were. So, you can use the 7 of Wands energy to share your true light, your true essence, so that it's a safe flame and not a flame that's going to burn people. You don't want them to be off over here scared like, whoa, too much. So, get rid of that, release that. Believing that others have deceived you is really you just deceiving yourself. It's self-deception. Because that's saying I don't have the power to politely excuse these people from my life. I excuse you out of my life. Yes, thank you. Let me show you the door. Okay? If you keep calling that back to yourself by not utilizing the 7 of Wands properly, you're going to keep in this cycle of other people are doing things to me. Well, you have the power to prioritize your life and make it proper and just the way you want it. You write your own policy and procedure and boundary and how you... Just like when you set up a business, you have to abide by certain laws and rules, natural, spiritual law. But, you decide who you can refuse to work with whoever. It's up to you. If you don't like someone's whatever, you don't have to work with them. So, same with in life, okay? Because we want to keep doing this, going to God, okay? Have your prayers be the things that loop over and over and over in your head from a very balanced place. Those thoughts manifest things that you can really look forward to. Even if they're seemingly like their struggle, like you have to go uphill a hill a little bit, but it's just like when you want to move to a new neighborhood, a better neighborhood, a nicer, quieter neighborhood, whatever, out in the trees or this or that. You still have to pack up all your stuff and all your kitchen shit and your blah blah blah. So I mean, there's still some struggle involved with it, but it's worth it. Okay, so this is coming in, but only when we're balanced, okay? masculine, feminine, water, fire, air, earth. Whatever we have to pull in, okay? Because all the elements are here. Self-mastery is what it's all about. Balance, positive thinking, setting intentions from that space of being balanced and thinking positive. That's a place of gratitude. That's heart-centered and seeing things clearly, being right here, right now. Not locked in this cycle of having to defend yourself constantly with these people, but you're choosing to have them in your life. So you can use your light for strife or to shine bright, you know, but if you use it for strife, you're just going to pass on, you know, burning people. You felt burn, you're going to burn other people with your words, with your actions, whatever. So release these thoughts by releasing the people, the habits, the whatever that are associated with that. And then find the power and the strength in that and share that. Let that be your truth. Then it's much easier. Well, maybe not easier, but you're much more in tune with yourself. So this management of your physical reality, your body, everything, your home, this management is comes the guidance for this management for your life and your physical life and your body, okay? This comes in much more clearly. So the tools, the solutions for managing your life, that's what we look forward to. That's our prayers being answered. Those are the intentions that we set when we're coming from a place of balance. It's not that it's easy to do that. It's just we're right here, right now, okay? Temperance, balance, the alchemy, okay? So if we're right here, right now, then we're seeing things clearly. We're getting the messages. When God's speaking to us and giving us those signs, those clues of what to do, the next step to take, keep looking forward to that guidance. Because it keeps coming in. As long as we're coming from a place of balance, we're coming from a place of gratitude, thinking positively, knowing that our prayers are being answered. Because we're doing our inner work, we're doing what we need to do to be balanced in order to keep flowing through this process, keep progressing to the answers, the solutions, the guidance to how to manage, maintain, sustain, and manage that so we don't keep going here. So when we show our fire, our flame to the world, our light, our truth, it's love or else it's deception. So the Seven of Swords has got to go. So that Hermit, we got to do a little bit of that sometimes to figure out what's available to us, that World card, okay, to get that clarity. All these swords, it's clues, it's guidance on how to manage the coping skills, the solutions. Sometimes it's just faith. This a little key, little silver necklace that I'm wearing. Has a cross in the middle. And it says faith right there as the little key, the teeth on the key. So, you know, having faith in yourself, to not just the process, but having faith that you can get through it. Having faith that once you do kind of, you know, see it from the perspective of having climbed up the mountain instead of, you know, when you're at the base of the mountain and you have all that to go, we're kind of like, wow, looking down saying, we've come a long way, we've done a lot, we feel so different than, you know, a year ago or what, you know, that's how I usually gauge it. So every time a holiday or a birthday or this comes up, it's like, wow, what was I doing a year ago today? And that's one way to really appreciate your life too and be grateful, because it's like, wow, I have my own place to live. Whatever it is, you know, I feel healthier. I feel more like secure in my relationship with myself and God, and how, you know, the power of prayer, how real it is. This is positive thinking, though. That's having faith that it can happen. Okay, if you pray, hope, wish, and then you don't have faith in it, okay, it's not coming from a place of balance. That's not balance. Faith is like the logic of just knowing. You set the intention, you came from a beautiful place, that beautiful loving space of the feminine, and you just think positive and go about your life as if it already exists for you from a place of just complete centeredness, balance, heart. Okay, so when you're in your heart, that's the balance of the masculine and feminine. It's all about that. This moon, it's again, balance is so key. So, faith in knowing that God is listening. We just need to do what we need to do. Health-wise, what we eat, the things that we can control, how we manage our time, okay? Our calorie intake, all of it. Our sleep, our self-care. Are we taking our good, nice baths every day, and our meditation, and, okay? Self-mastery is about self-care and balance. So being positive is very important. And knowing that when you pray, when you set the intentions from this perfectly balanced, okay, perfection is from balance, not a certain amount of money you make or way you look or car that you drive, perfect, or no, you know, no scars on your body, whatever. Perfection is balance. It's energetic balance. That's what perfection is. So, positive thinking is really coming in, because that's going to help you, you know, be a positive person, because this is wands, that's energy. So the 7 of wands can be of a very positive nature. Okay, it doesn't have to be like the 7 of swords where you're like arguing and defending yourself, accusing people, blah blah blah, all that bullshit, 3D bullshit. You can be using that energy to be more balanced and set these intentions and manifest your life exactly the way you want it, and keep looking forward to that every day and sharing that. Managing the masculine and feminine. Okay? Managing your thoughts, managing your emotions, that's going to help you manage everything. You know, that, like, people who need to lose weight, that's like mental and emotional management. Okay? If you don't have that, you're not going to be able, you have to have a strong mind, strong emotional body, strong mental body in order to have a strong physical body. It starts with the thoughts, then it goes to the emotions. Then it's your physical home, your body. Okay, if you're not balanced in your thoughts and your emotions, your energies, okay, that's where your energies come from. Then you're going to be sluggish, you're going to be depressed, your house is going to be filthy, whatever. So we have to come from a very balanced state of mind. Okay, very balanced state of emotion. State. Yeah, and they have to align. If your thoughts are all jumbled, your emotions are going to be jumbled. And you're not going to have direction. And you're definitely not going to feel very positive if you don't have direction. Because you won't know what to do with these, you know, these gifts that are coming in for you. Just prayers waiting to be answered. So we have to do what we have to do. What we have power over, which is what we eat, what we do, like I was saying. So if we can manage our thoughts, our emotions, we can balance and manage our life. Okay? Thoughts, emotions have to be balanced. If there's something creating an imbalance that keeps making you have negative thoughts and pulling you back into a discord, then cut that out of your life. And don't blame anybody else if you don't do that. You have the power to do that. You choose. We manifest our reality by how we respond to it. We can't control anything that happens, but we can control how we react and respond. And how do we react and respond? Through our thoughts, through our emotions. So use your thoughts and emotions as a tool for guidance, management, direction, knowing what to pray for, to call in, to set the intention for, to call forth, to manifest, to know what to call in for you. To help you to maintain and sustain good management over all of this. Positive thinking, positive feeling, positive doing. We have the power to choose to not have this mental struggle. And when we're thinking like this, instead of just doing what we need to do, we want the quick fix. Maybe diet pills are like a good example. Like, I'm just thinking body and weight and calories and all this lately because I've been thinking more about nutrition. And so it's like when we're trying to do the shortcut thing, we're wondering why we keep looping back around. We can't use this Seven of Wands fire for positive thinking because we keep trying to get maximum output with minimum input. We want to put the least amount of effort forward to get the most out of it. No, that's not balanced. That's sly, crafty, manipulative, trying to extort, enslave. That's trying to control, dominate, manipulate. This is a horrible, yuck energy, okay? So, you decide if you want to be balanced so you can tap into this, so you can have more positive thoughts. And when you have more positive thoughts, it leads you, you have direction. So this Seven of Wands energy can be used for reflecting that, your true light, out into the world. And use that Seven of Wands to shine your light bright, not continue to battle, because it doesn't serve you. So you may think that it does, but it's like you think you're going to get more out of it, but really you just end up being more and more and more depleted. But it comes from this kind of energy of like trying to get something for nothing. So if you're coming from that point of view, you're going to use this to keep pulling this in and remanifesting this in people that want to engage in this. So if you realize you have the power to relinquish that, you can use the Seven of Wands for the power of positive thinking, okay? And with that, we really get this manifesting and managing, okay? But it comes from the balance. Learning how to balance and interweave, balance the positive and negative. We don't get too down when it's downtime. We don't get too up when it's uptime. We have to stay balanced. All things balanced. Even when a lot's coming in, whether you view it as good or bad, helpful or hurtful, you got to take it all in stride, okay? Just like the facts of life. You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have facts of life. Facts of life. So it helps you, it's like be your own fortress. That's where your strength lies, is in this power of positive thinking, okay? Then you feel positive, you feel powerful, you can manifest through this energy, and instead of just wasting it, because there's light and dark aspects of every energy. So, you can use this situation to your advantage to say, wow, I really have the power to, when you see how much change you've gone through, and you can say, I can really manage my own thoughts and emotions and how I react, and wow, I don't need to be like triggered and all that. I can really control that, and I can really be the one in charge of all that. I can, wow, I have a say so. I can, I can do something here. I can participate in that. I can be an active member, active participant in my own life. With my thoughts, emotions, energies. I can do cleanses and like rid my body of parasites and all different. I can alchemize with herbs and teas and different things, and wow, it feels like magic almost. Like it helps you to keep thinking so positive when it keeps coming in for you, and it's like, wow, my prayers get answered. You're like amazed, and it helps you to keep this faith and keep strong and staying positive. And I say staying positive because it's 3 of Wands, so it's your action, your energy, but it comes, you know, this comes from thinking positively. So if you're going to think positive, if you're going to feel positive, you're going to do positive. And sometimes that's just like it's just management. It's not like some wild carnival ride. Sometimes it is, but sometimes it's just the simpler, more simple things of just having peace in your life, a nice, clean, quiet house, having central air, having AC, you know, during the summertime. Just simple little things. Little fountain on your front porch so you can hear the water, little flower pot, whatever. Just simple, beautiful things. Life wanting to live. And that's you. So this is, 4 is very much of the earth, and this is Pentacles, so it's just you really feeling good in your body, in your home, in your community, your environment. And if you don't feel good, then do something about it. Okay? To feel better in your body. Whether it's changing your diet, or getting more exercise, or getting more sunshine, grounding more, whatever, just feeling better in your body. Getting that ointment so you're not itchy or whatever. Just, okay? So, yeah, just pray for what you want and believe that it's coming in for you. You might hear my son's whining in the background. He's playing in the living room. He just woke up, so he's still kind of cranky. So, we had whole wheat, non-GMO fig bars and 2% milk for breakfast. Well, he did. So, the power of prayer, positive thinking, okay? Knowing that your prayers get answered, having faith in that. If you keep saying, oh, blah, 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 blah. No, you have to think positive. You set the intention. That's all a prayer is setting the intention, and then you go about your life, living your life as if it already exists for you. That's how the Tibetans pray. Okay? It's just setting intention. What do you want? Alright, set that intention and then go forth thinking positively about that. And live your life as if it's already been granted to you. And through that, you're going to know, you will know how powerful you are in helping these people to exit your life. Whether it's a person, whether it's you just have to, you know, whatever it is, a job, the town where you live, people, self-limiting beliefs, okay? It's self-deceiving. It's just interference to keep you from using this fire to keep manifesting through prayer, setting intention, having faith that it's coming, okay? That's what you want to use this fire for. And sometimes, like I said, just using that fire actually to be passionate about the amount of gratitude you have for just being able to manage and balance your life, your body, your energy. That's what I feel right now. I'm just so grateful to, like, I don't have swelling right now. Okay, so I'm grateful for that. That makes me feel really good and balanced emotionally. My thoughts, not distracted. Okay, so my thoughts feel good, so my emotions feel good. So my masculine and feminine feel balanced, and that space makes us feel very connected with the earth, with God, with ourselves, with each other, with those solution-oriented sessions to you know, get the focus on where you're being guided. You want to have purpose and direction, clarity, a vision. That also is the Nine of Cups, clarity of vision. So, yeah, that's right, Ten of Swords, the Fool. So that Fool, it's all about you. You want to end the struggle, the burden, okay? You want to put down these wands, Ten of Wands. You want it to be over. It all starts with you and ends with you. In the Egyptian deck that I have, the Fool is the last card in the deck. Most of the times traditionally it's the first card. But this is the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. It's you, just like God. It starts with you, it ends with you. It's all you. Ten of Cups or Ten of Wands. I mean, it's like Nine of Cups or Nine of Wands. Nine of Pentacles or Nine of Swords. It's up to you. You want struggle? You're attached to struggle then. And that's something that you need to work on. So, sometimes we feed on being triggered because we like to stew in drama. Because the only other alternative is to be self-empowered and take accountability for yourself, your life, your body, your choices, your finances, everything. And that's kind of a scary place to be. Because then we have to answer for everything. We have to be the one to answer for ourselves. This is like the Seven of Wands. You have to answer for yourself. Your thoughts, your emotions, your actions. Okay? The things you want. Whether are you being positive or not. Okay, so that's up to you. You got to answer for yourself, you know? No one's going to help you out with that one. When it comes to the self, it's just you and God, baby. There ain't nobody else. So, we have to know we have so much more control over... It's like we don't have the control over the things that we think we do, but the things we don't have control over, we actually do have control over those things. Okay, hold on one second. This pooter needs to be plugged in. So I'm just gonna see if any more cards fall out here. But yeah, I was feeling really good. So yeah, I felt called to share because, you know, these beautiful, beautiful energies. Oh, I love it. I love it. So, just show the cards a little bit more here. So, we have the Three of Wands and the Nine of Cups right here. So it's like this Seven of Wands, we can use that for this, or to keep pulling in the Seven of Swords. So I think this is exiting. This is on its way out. It's getting pushed out like a pimple, okay? So the foundation is this Temperance, Four of Pentacles, and that comes from these two cards, Father of Cups, Mother of Swords. tapping into our own power of what we're capable of doing, what we do have control over. It may not be the things that we think. Okay? But it is exactly that. It is the things that we think. That's what we have control over. But it may not be what we've been brainwashed, lied to, controlled, whatever, taught. Those may not be the things that we have control over. So it's a reworking of our mind to realize what we do have control over and what we don't have control over. You can't control another person and their crafty little, the way they think, but you can control how you think. And you can control what you do with your fire, with your light. You can use it to burn, or you can use it to help. Are you going to hurt, or are you going to help? Using it for something positive is really what's going to benefit. The thing that benefits the most is the thing that benefits you the most. The thing that benefits the most people is the thing that will benefit you the most. That's how the greater good works. So that Seven of Swords is exiting. And this is just like core balance right here. Okay, this Four of Pentacles, Temperance. Father of Cups, Mother of Swords. When we come from that very secure, balanced, empowered place, we manifest like, alright? This is the energy that I was getting coming in, especially for the Divine Feminine. Okay, now, we all, men and women, man and woman, we all have this, okay? So, use it, utilize it to your advantage. Not this kind of crafty getting something for nothing. That's not, this is the distortion. Use it to help fuel your fire and share that. See just how it's just radiating. Okay, and they're reflecting light back. So these are like other people around, you know. So be the light that you want reflected back at you. And that comes from the Three of Wands and the Nine of Cups. So, oh, well, we stopped and plugged her in at Ace of Cups was at the top. Six of Cups was at the bottom. Oh, and there's that Ten of Wands again. That was after the Six of Cups on the bottom. So, wow, we have the Ace of Wands right after the Ace of Cups too. Very unified. Our feelings aren't all over the place, so the way we're expressing our thoughts and feelings out into the world, it's very in sync with how we feel. So our actions, our passionate response to our emotions, so emote, right? We feel it and then we express it. So those were together, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. So, yeah, our feelings being unified, actions being one and unified with our feelings, okay? But because there was Six of Cups on the bottom, it's, this could be like a reunion for some people. Because there's Six of Cups, as above, so below. This is reunion. This is the past coming back, someone from the past. And the top card was the Ace of Cups. Ace of Wands was right after that. So this could be a passionate reunion of someone, you know, romantic, passionate, you have a lot of love for. Like if you're someone like me who really loves God and has this, you know, one-on-one relationship, like we just have conversations, maybe this is someone coming in for you that shares that passionate love, that spiritual love. So, you know, could not be romantic, possibly just someone who shares that. So this is reunion. This could be someone from the past. It could be you yourself, your healed inner child. You coming back to reunite with yourself. Right? Your emotional body, your energetic body, the electric, the fire. Balance with the water because they're both aces, so they're perfectly balanced. Right? As above, so below. Again, balance. So this is kind of like with the Fool, like it starts and ends with you. The reunion is with yourself, even if it is with like a twin flame or whatever. It's still the self. It may look different, this compared to that, but it's a mirror. It's the Vajra, and you're the balance right here in the center, the crux right there. So, the Fool, I'm really feeling that, yeah. And Temperance, of course, it's like, that comes up a lot, because it's what it's all about. Twin flame or not, it's about bringing back the healed, divine, original template from God of the masculine and feminine. That's within every male and female on this earth that's ever incarnated. And maybe species beyond this earth, maybe their whole thing is balancing these two. So, you know, as far as the mind can reach. So your prayers, you know, think big, dream big, set big intentions as far as the mind can reach, right? As far as the eye can see. Three of Wands, Nine of Cups, so very much so. Manifesting. If there's something wrong with the tree, okay, how you express yourself out into the world, that Seven of Wands, that's like the tree right here. If there's something wrong here, you're going to see signs of it. But that means that there's something probably wrong down here as well. There's some aspect in the root system that's not being, it's not being given its newts, its nutrients. So, oh, Two of Wands. Was at the bottom. 10 of Wands. That 10 of Wands. Okay, that's at the top. Again, it keeps just showing up. Twin Flames. There's the Two of Wands. With the Hangman and the Eight of Swords. It's like, yeah, getting over those damn abandonment issues. How long does that fucking take? Or the Son of Swords on the Sun card was right behind that, so it was like, ooh, it could be real swift. Yeah, it can happen in an instant. You can have a brand new beginning, boom, just like that. As long as it takes to strike a match. That's as long as how limited we are as far as a new way of thinking, being, feeling, acting. You know, it's as quick as that. Okay. Making a decision, you know, what direction to go. It can be just as quick as that. Just as long as it takes, you know, the amount of time it takes to get in your car and just start driving, or step out your front door and just start walking, or jump on your bicycle and just start riding your bike. It's just as quick as that to change your perspective, your energy, the way you feel. If you're depressed, well, then do something different, think something different, feel something different. Do, you know, just change what you're doing, thinking or feeling. And and remember, it's all connected. So it all starts with the thought. Here we go again, I know, but it's like, if your mind's not right, you're not going to feel right, you're not going to do right. So if you're depressed, you're not going to get out of bed, you're not going to go on that beautiful hike that's going to be so balancing and restorative and connect you with nature, God, self, animal totem medicine, messages from the fairies and the denizens of the earth. So let's see if we get any more poppers or messages coming in. It's really, so this balance, you can, you know, you're accountable. You can let it get out of whack, or you can see it for what it is. Tune in, tap into that, because the High Priestess showed herself and that Father of Swords. So it's like, yeah, use the balanced, logical, rational mind, and then the more fluid, going with the flow, graceful, grateful heart, higher chakras. Okay, so it's balancing the upper and lower chakras and really mastering and manifesting from that space of interconnectedness and interconnectedness. I mean, that's inside they're interdependent, mind, body, soul. It's all connected. We have to heal the soul to get our thoughts right, so we can feel right, so we can do right. And do right just could be managing your weight, managing your budget. Maybe you're too tight with your budget. Maybe you need to spend some money. Take yourself out and go treat yourself. Maybe it's the opposite. Maybe you work out too much. Maybe you need to just lay around for a few days and, you know, eat donuts and watch Netflix. I don't know, just, you know. Okay, so that stopped at the Ten of Cups. There's that connectedness I was just talking about. This is the connections we're making inside. Okay, and that's how we reflect a beautiful light that doesn't burn people. Outwardly, we shine the light. We don't burn people with our light. So we have to be connected within, balanced, connected, okay, firing on all cylinders. But that doesn't mean you're like, going crazy all over the place, firing on all cylinders. You can come from a very just balanced, rested mind. There's the Four of Swords again. Okay, so feeling exuberant can come from just a very peaceful, quiet, seemingly just boring, bland. If you were to look at someone who just feels this way, that doesn't mean they're jumping all over the place. They can just be sitting peacefully, quietly, still. So these two are very connected, the Four of Swords and the Ten of Cups. Feeling just that Ten of Cups, it comes from having a rested mind. And there's the Father of Swords at the top of the deck again. Mother of Cups was right after the Ten of Cups, so definitely that beautiful, beautiful. And the Lovers right after that. So, I mean, that's just beautiful. Ten of Cups, Mother of Cups, the Lovers. That is, you know, the Divine Mother coming in to give us that, you know, God has masculine and feminine, okay? So we get the logic, the direction, the insight of, you know, the clear message of what to do next, what's the next step, how do I, you know, where do we go from here? You know, and then the feminine, the Shekinah, that's the feminine aspect of God. And she comes in to give us that patience and the mercy, the grace, the unconditional love, okay? Patience especially. Because love is patient, love is kind, always. So, God, that Ten of Wands is behind the Four of Swords again. I'm telling you, dude. So, if you don't know how to get over some shit, I'll tell you what. Rest your mind. Get into that heart-centered Christ consciousness. Okay? Where you're healed. Where your mind is at rest. That's it. It's because the fucking Ten of Wands, again, was right behind it. And what did we got? We have the Ten of Cups, Mother of Cups, and the Lovers. And that Father of Swords is right there. Next to the Two of Pentacles. So that, you know, that tapping into that masculine, the thought, okay, it's having a rested and balanced mind. Logical, rational, really mastering the masculine aspect of the self. Oh. So there's the Son of Cups again, the Knight of Cups. So that Ace of Wands and Ace of Cups, very passionate, fiery, very coming from a good, pure space, right? So the Knight would be very fiery, but it's cups, so it's love, very passionate love. And remember, the Six of Cups was at the bottom, right? When the Ace of Cups was at the top, Ace of Wands was behind it. So, and when these fell out, the Star, okay, those other cards that showed themselves, Mother of Cups, Ten of Cups, the Lovers. So we have the Nine of Cups, the Star card, Three of Wands. You know, when we do this self-mastery, we, you know, and our twin flame is a tool to help us mirror ourselves so we can reflect ourselves back at ourselves, so we have a clear image of ourselves so we know what to work on. Just like checking your makeup in the mirror to see if your eyeliner is smeared. How are you going to know, you know, if you got raccoon eyes, if you're not like looking in the mirror to do your makeup? So it's like your mirror is so that you can refine yourself. That's what your twin star. Just like Hello Kitty, your twin star. Okay, so for some of you, it's going to be the return of your twin flame, very passionate, or just a loved one, or someone who shares something that you're very passionate about. Like someone who, like, for instance, I've been going to a lot of doctor's appointments lately that are out of town, so the cab driver, it's usually, well, two out of the three times it's been the same guy, so probably I'll see him more too. And we love, he's an older, you know, married Indian man, and we just talk about, he's Christian, I believe, but we love talking about God and just life. And he always says, oh, it's been so nice talking to you, you know, because he's like, you know, a nice God-fearing person too, who just loves to talk about God. And I was just like, yeah, it's really my favorite subject, because everything, that's just a huge umbrella term. Everything is under the broad term of God. So there's so many different things you can talk about that relate to God. So I love that. And you know, it helps you be more passionate about what you're passionate about when other people can reflect that. So see, they're reflecting the passion with the Seven of Wands. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily need to be a romantic thing. It can just be someone who, whatever it is that you feel very deeply about, that you're very passionate about. It could be exercise and nutrition, okay? But someone is coming back in for you. It may not be someone you've met in this lifetime, but perhaps in a past life. But in this lifetime, it might be your first encounter. So someone that really shares your ideals, the things that you really care about and that you're passionate about. Someone's going to come in and reflect that, and just really restore your faith in others. Because sometimes we can feel, this kind of feels like alone, like a single lone wolf, lone flame, you know. And it's like, oh man, is there any other light out there that can reflect this back at me, that you know, is there anybody out there that feels the same way, that has the same amount of passion or more passion that I do, you know, when it comes to talking about God or nature, you know, shamanic journeys, whatever, dreams, you know, whatever it is. Like I said, it could be something more masculine, like, you know, logical, losing weight, nutrition. It's kind of more, you know, but there's feminine aspects to that too. Okay, the perfume of the berries and so this is very balanced. Okay, masculine, feminine, water, fire, and someone, I believe, or this could just be, you know, the feeling coming in that's really balancing this for you, to help you really shine that light from that beautiful space. But it could be a person, and like I said, past life, but it could be first time encounter in this lifetime. That they really share that deep feeling and passion for the same thing. Maybe in a slightly different way. So it could be health, but one person's more into like the food and that kind of thing, and the other one's more into like the exercise or something. So, you know, it could even be possibly romantic, okay? Because we did get that Ten of Cups, Mother of Cups, Lover's card. And then we have the Son of Cups, so that's the Knight of Cups. So it could be some passionate, romantic-y, romantical kind of love coming in that's associated with that. It could be two separate things, okay? But this could be a person coming in, okay? That's going to be associated with this. Maybe your passion is, you know, giving back to the community, serving the community in some way. And so you're going to find a friend or romantic interest, or, you know, other people that feel this same way. I have the same passion and love for this, whatever it is, okay? It's going to be different for different people, but it's going to be whatever your guided to do from your higher self, because this is, you know, divine guidance, the star card. It's going to be something that perhaps you've been envisioning. Maybe dreams that you had way back when you were a child, before we got all effed up in the Matrix. So, part of your destiny. I believe there's always wiggle, you know, there's room for error and wiggle room and all that in our divine plan. It's just like a, you know, like a screenplay, or a, you know, when they write a movie, it's just, some directors might be really real sticklers for sticking to the script and all that, but, you know, what's written on paper, when you actually, you know, hire the cast and set up the scenes and stuff, there's going to be things that come to life because there's other people, other hands, other people at play, at work, creating, helping to create, to manifest, to co-create this project of this movie or play or what, you know, what have you. So it comes to life in a way that you couldn't even write, because it hasn't tangibly manifested yet. So you can't even think of it. I mean, it's impossible to even think of it. It comes as it's being created. So, and there are people who create films and they're really open to the actors even giving their input, and they do a lot of rewriting of the scenes and stuff. And so, you know, or you might have a certain idea for who you want to cast in the lead role. It's supposed to be, you know, a 50-year-old white woman with blonde hair, but then it ends up the perfect person is a, 30-year-old Indian woman or black woman, whatever. It just depends on what, as it starts to progress and manifest and come to life, that's the wiggle room. That's the, room for error. So sometimes you may cast a certain person that you have, you want Tom Cruise, but then it ends up, he's really not the right actor, or he doesn't really feel right about the movie, and so they cast somebody else. So it all, see how it doesn't, nothing's really like set in stone. We kind of have guidelines, which is our destiny, but it's not set in stone. Even stones, they melt, they metamorphosize, so even stones aren't set in stone if you think about it, right? So crystals form and remelt and reform and all kinds of just constantly transforming. So it's everything's constantly evolving. So there are certain guidelines, directions, as far as destiny, but I don't believe destiny is cast in stone. And but faith is. We're cast in faith, and faith is cast in us, and that's something that came to me before I even had time to forget it. I have paper and pen right next to my bed, and I just jotted it down, and then sometimes I'll go back and read things later. I'm like, wow, you are cast in faith, and faith is cast in you. So that's really, it's just faith that we're going to get through, and that beautiful screenplay will be written, and it'll be just a beautiful story, no matter what it looks like. So, what fell out with that? Oh, the Son of Cups. Okay, so, yeah. So just loving the journey, that's what I'm getting from the Son of Cups this time. The Knight of Cups is just loving the journey, and you have the Star card there. So just whatever it is, whatever life you live, just love the journey. The journey through it, okay? Every step along the way, there's something to be gained, to be enjoyed, to feel passionate about, to feel deeply about. It's life, and it's beautiful. And the passion, the emotions that it ignites drives us forward. It's like that creative, the juice, the flow of that creative juice, the creative juices. So that's writing, whatever it is, gardening, cooking, writing. It's the same creative juice that you use, the baby juice that you use to make babies with. So, so that, yeah, Four of Swords at the bottom there comes from a balanced and rested mind. Peace of mind, right? That's what we need, peace of mind. If we can get there, doesn't mean having no thought. It just means being okay in your mind. We start there, and then life can be a beautiful journey. So we're getting close to the end here. Yeah. Is that almost 2 hours or an hour and a half? I don't even know. Don't even matter. So, yeah, probably not going to do an oracle reading since this was we're just gonna, it's just going to be the same confirmation, I'm sure. Maybe some angels. Maybe we'll pull an angel card or two. But I feel like pretty good here. Pretty solid on what wanted to come out, so is there any other messages that the team would like to bring forth for anyone who's viewing this? Give any more clarity, confirmation, or new insight? Okay. So we ended on the Empress, Two of Pentacles again. There's the Sun card again. Eight of Wands. So using that information to stay balanced, grounded, equilibrium, but tapped into the higher virtues and aspects of the Divine Feminine, the Empress again. And that Sun card, so it's like Sun is very masculine and then the Empress very feminine. Okay, that's how we stay balanced. That Two of Pentacles, balanced down here on the earth. Okay, when that fell out, there was the Empress, and the Sun was at the top of this chunk, Two of Pentacles at the bottom of this chunk. Empress at the bottom of this chunk, Eight of Wands at the top of that chunk. So, yeah, getting the direction and guidance comes from balancing those two, masculine, feminine. The mind, the body, the mind, the emotions, the actions. Okay, so what came out here? We have the Daughter of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, Four of Cups. My twin flame's a younger Earth sign. Oh, maybe he's a little bored because he doesn't have love in his life. Maybe he has all kinds of sex and whatever, but, well, that's his thing, is sex, so that's his addiction. Porn, all that, but, so maybe he's missing some true love, some feeling of togetherness and oneness and companionship and connection to a special, significant one other person. I'm about 12, 13, 12 and a half years older than him. We're both earth signs. So there's the Knave of Pentacles, Four of Cups. That might just be a message to me that he's bored with that and wants that true love, but it could also mean, you know, coming out of this blah kind of feeling and ready to explore new love, and really putting yourself out there physically, like going out, meeting people, starting a gym membership, just whatever to get around like-minded people so you feel more connection in your tangible physical life. Okay, that's what I was kind of getting with this Six of Cups, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. So, and that Son of Cups. So that's coming in for some people, twin flames or not, whatever. It's, you know, because maybe you did the hermit kind of thing, and now you're ready to be the Fool and have that Seven of Wands and go shine your light bright and see what other like-minded bright light showers will be attracted to that, because like attracts like. So maybe you're feeling really good about all these new good balanced energies, you're feeling really lively, and so you're done with that Four of Cups, right? Because that Seven of Swords, that's fucking boring. That Seven of Swords is Four Cups, it's fucking boring as fuck. You're ready to, sorry, but you're just ready to, like, be around those like-minded people that you, that beautiful cast of and crew, staff of people that you have to create that beautiful movie or play or whatever with, when you're you know, when you're on a project and you have all these people helping to co-create this beautiful story. You want it to be with people who are jiving with your vision, okay? So, you know, maybe you're just stepping out now and doing it in the physical, because we've been doing this internally. Now now we feel like we're at a good place. Now we want to attract others that are like this. So, but it might be just like feeling new, just dating again or something, okay? Because it's the Knave of Pentacles, so it's tangible, getting out there and making these connections in your tangible physical reality. But it can be kind of new, because this is the Knave, the Daughter of Pentacles. So, so maybe all the internal stuff, okay, we're kind of done with that. We're kind of bored. We've done a lot of that work. Now we want to, like attracts like. Now we want to go shine that light bright and attract others that are shining their light bright. Yeah, I think that's the message that's coming in. Okay, because there's the Two of Pentacles. So, you know, that's going to be even, you know, just confirm the balance even more. So it's existential. It's existing in your reality outside of your body too. So it's just going to confirm that confirm that as above, so below. Okay, and these connections within of the emotional, mental, you know, the action, you know, so this is more like the animal body, okay? So now you want to go out in the physical reality You know, that's the message that's coming in now. Is like, and it's summertime in the northern hemisphere, so you know, you could be going to the beach and meeting people, whatever. So this is people doing the things that you love to do. Okay, but it's, you know, they feel passionately about the same things that fire you up and get you feeling deeply, and you know, that Ace of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and that Six of Cups. So it's going to feel, you know, you've had this reunion and unification with self. Now it's finding that in the physical, tangible reality with others. Other actual, live, tangible, physical human beings. Not on Facebook or YouTube, or like actually in your real, tangible environment. Whether it's your taxi driver, it doesn't matter. Making these connections in your physical reality now. The extension of you. So, okay. You reflecting that out into the world, that beautiful balanced you reflect that out, you get that radiated back at you, kiddo. So, alright, we're going to leave it there. That was a nice long one. And, yeah, I'm going to check in on the eclipse stuff and then do a reading for you guys when I feel like it's time to do that. Until then, I hope you guys got something out of this reading. And it's not just for the full moon. This, you know, whenever you watch this, you know, I'm sure at any point you can get something from it. So, I love you guys. Bless you all. Peace be upon you all. And have some fun, damn it. I love you. Peace. Blessings.